There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. 19 tight.
Running left, it's Barkley.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Miami. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Throw left side taken in by Miller. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. You go tight. You
jet sweep as he taps it forward. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. I got it.
Here's Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Watch the safety creep. Check.
Allen off the play fake. Going up top. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. SOS. Tight dog.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Hey, you don't want to see me. 5 wide. You don't want it. Hey, check, Mike, go.
On 1st down, Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
35's the Mike. Keep it up, D. Middle. Keep it up, guys. 35, Mike, 35. You ain't got nothing.
On play action, Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 47. Half 10. Twist. Check 24. He's checking. Crash. Sub. Hey, turn it out.
to the air. Allen. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Buffalo.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off? And coaches go, 2 hands. 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He dumps it off to Barkley. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going up top for Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check.
To throw is Bowden. Flush to his right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
35's the mic. Alert! Here we go. Check. Lucky.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. 35's the mic. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Motion. Reset.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
55 is Mike, guys. 55. Drop deep, drop deep. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Regular. Half. Watch 24.
Allen going to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Bowden. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 49. Check 49. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 3. Check 3. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey! Check three! Watch the ship! Watch the ship!
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back completions.
Let's get off the field.
Regular. We ain't giving up nothing today.
35's the mic. I'm coming.
Half.
Check.
Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. On 1st and 10, Herbert. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Check nickel. Kill.
60 Bison.
Check.
Mustang 19.
My game. It's just me and you.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
55's my guy.
Throwing now is Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Get the ball. Switch.
He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
36, 36. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Hey, alert 3, alert
3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On the option, here's Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
47's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now a give running left is Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And he's got room. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Man up, D. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Wide, wide, wide. Get wide.
Middle.
Here is Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just Maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try the left side. Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mike 55, Mike 55. Eat. Exit. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. And we have it.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Me and you all day. I'm coming.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return will stop right around the 25. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Check 99. Check 3. Bang, 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 bang.
On second down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bills on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2.
You think you gonna get this? Safe. Alert! R52.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
47's a Mike. 47.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
55.
I got him.
On play action, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Nothing here.
Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw here, Herbert. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
This will be fielded at the 17. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here we go, here we go. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Pretty move. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A gain of 3, second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Check 31.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Check Mike 47.
Now Eckler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 500 now at 6 and 5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Miami, It's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.